Time now for the Bullpen Show, where we get a chance to warm up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Now, let's head out to the bullpen.
Hello, and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and today we're getting ready to bring you the Colfax Vikings, who will be taking on the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs from Colfax High School. The Vikings have a Dunn-St Croix Conference record of 3 wins and 8 losses, while the Bulldogs are sporting a conference record of 5 wins and 6 losses. The Vikings are coming off a 13-6 defeat at the hands of the Mondovi Buffaloes on Saturday, while the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs are coming off Friday's 8-2 loss to the Boyceville Bulldogs. Now, coming up in today's bullpen show, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Vikings and the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. Then we'll get to know one of the Viking players in Viking Profile. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Dunn-St Croix Conference to see how things stand. Finally, we'll send it out to the ballpark for some exciting high school baseball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout as you're tuned to the Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV. Welcome back to the bullpen, where we're getting warmed up for today's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. Now, the Vikings are looking to get back on the winning track following Saturday's 13-6 loss at the hands of the Mondovi Buffaloes on Saturday, while the Bulldogs are coming off a real dogfight in their 8-2 loss to the Boyceville Bulldogs on Friday. Now, in the Viking loss to the Mondovi Buffaloes, the Vikings opened up a 6-1 lead in the 4th inning, but were unable to put any more runs across the plate, and the Vikings also gave up 4 unearned runs in a 6-run 4th inning by the Buffaloes to surrender the lead. Mondovi then tacked on another 6 runs to secure the 13-6 win. Now, leading the way in the effort for the Vikings was Orion Nichols, who went 2 for 3 at the plate with a run scored. Caleb Bailey also had a 2-hit day going with a 2 for 4 day with an RBI. Grant Palowitz went 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, while Chase Albright picked up 2 RBI on a double to left field. Now, taking the loss on the mound was Caleb Bailey, who gave up 7 runs. However, only 3 were earned in the 3 2/3 innings pitched, while not walking anyone and striking out 4. The Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs are coming off an 8-2 loss to the Boyceville Bulldogs on Friday. The Bulldogs come into today's game with a conference record of 5-6, which currently has them in a tie for 4th place in the Dunn-St Croix. The top hitter at the plate is senior Aiden Becker, who is hitting at a .438 pace, including 4 doubles and 2 home runs. He's followed by sophomore Aaron Olson, who's swinging the bat with a .433 average, including 2 doubles and a home run. Senior Ethan Brown rounds out the Bulldogs, hitting .300 or better with a .324 average, which also includes 2 doubles and 2 home runs. Now, on the mound, the Bulldogs are being led by Becker, who has an ERA of 3.32 with a whip of 0.86 and an opponent batting average of a mere 141 with 30 strikeouts in 22 innings pitched. He's being followed by Brown, who has an ERA of 2.26 in 34 innings pitched with a strikeout per inning average of over 1 per inning. Now, last time these two teams met was back on April 16th, when the Bulldogs defeated the Vikings 6-5 in Chetek. The leading hitter for the Vikings was Orion Nichols, who went 2 for 4, including a double, along with Grant Palowitz, who went 2 for 4 and scored twice. Taking the loss on the mound was Caleb Bailey. For the Bulldogs, the leading hitters were Jude Poppy and Aaron Olson, who each went 2 for 3. They each had a double and scored a run. Theo Kowalski also went 2 for 3 and scored 2 runs. Picking up the win for the Bulldogs was Becker, who went 5 2/3 innings. For the Vikings thus far this season, leading the way at the plate is Orion Nichols, who's hitting at a .320 average with 7 runs scored and 5 RBI. Right behind him is Rob Holman, who's swinging the bat for a .310 average, including a double and 7 runs scored. Jimmy Hobine at .270, Grant DeMoe at .238, Grant Palowitz at .222, and Caleb Bailey at .200 round out the Vikings hitting .200 or better. On the mound, Orion Nichols leads the way, compiling a 1-1 record with 8 2/3 innings pitched. He has a whip of 3.34 while striking out 10. He's followed by Jimmy Hobine, who has a record of 1-3 in 26 1/3 innings pitched, along with a complete game and an ERA of 5.05 and a whip of 2.32. Caleb Bailey has been the workhorse for the Vikings with 28 2/3 innings pitched and a record of 1-5. Rob Holman has a 0-0 record with a save and an ERA of 2.63. Coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Viking players on Viking Profile. You're warming up in the bullpen on NLWN-TV.
Sunset House Motel and RV Park in Port Mansfield, Texas, is your destination for your next fishing or hunting adventure. With 20 rooms available including condos and RV spots, Sunset House Motel and RV Park is the place where outdoor sports people stay when they're looking for fishing and hunting adventures. Sunset House Motel and RV Park is located only a few blocks from the dock and is within walking distance to all the local restaurants. Call them at 956-944-2182 to book your stay. That's Sunset House Motel and RV Park in Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Grant Cook, who is a junior here at Colfax High School. And Grant, we know that you play baseball, but are you involved in other activities here?
Yeah, so I'm in football, powerlifting, and FFA.
Okay, that keeps you pretty busy.
Yes, it does.
So when did you start playing baseball, and what kind of an experience have you had?
I've played baseball ever since T-ball. It's been a fun experience. Some ups and downs as baseball goes, but overall pretty positive.
And what's the most important thing that you've learned playing baseball?
Can't get too high, can't get too low.
That even keel.
Yes, sir.
It's, as you continue through baseball, it gets to be a longer and longer season, and yeah, if you get too high or too low, it gets very frustrating.
Yes, sir.
So when you're not playing baseball, you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
I like hanging out with friends. Always good to get out with the guys. Spend time with my girlfriend. Got to spend time with the fam too. Got to keep them happy.
Okay. Yeah, especially the girlfriend, because if they get mad at you, then you're in big trouble.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, signature questions. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
I'm going to change it up. Usually I go cookies, but I'm going to say ice cream today.
Ice cream. Okay. All right. And the flavor?
I'm going to have to say maple nut.
Oh, okay. I think you are the first person in all the years I've been doing this who said maple nut ice cream. All right. Burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Burgers.
And what do you want on that burger?
Everything with the kitchen sink.
All right. Just load it on.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Favorite color and one?
Orange. I never had a reason why. I just kind of like orange, you know?
Yeah, well, you're always ready for deer hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, if you could have a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
Super speed. You got to have speed on the bases, so what better power to have?
Okay. And do you have speed on the bases?
Oh, heck no. No, I am slower than the speed of smell.
So you're really we time you with a calendar?
You could say that.
Okay. All right. And but if you had that superpower of speed, you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So what is Grant Cook's superhero name?
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. That's a good one. Okay. Is there a baseball player as you were growing up that's kind of been an inspiration to the way you play?
I'd have to say Bryce Durang. He's always locked in. He's ready to go, but he he doesn't crack a smile all the time, but when he does, he's the brightest guy on this field.
And have you been to a major league game?
Oh, I've been to a lot.
Okay, and so do you recall the first game you went to?
I think I was 3 years old. It was hotter than all heck. I probably was complaining the whole time that I was hot.
Okay. We're talking with Grant Cook today on Viking Profile. And Grant, what are your plans for after high school?
Looking to go to UW River Falls, get into ag.
Okay. All right. And how about a shout out to the family?
Thank you, Mom, Dad, Evan, my brother, aunts, uncles, grandpa, grandmas. And can't forget the girlfriend. She'd be really mad at me if I didn't.
You can't have that happen. Okay. And when people come to Viking games, what number are you going to be wearing and what position or where are we going to find you on the field?
I'll be wearing number 13. You can probably find me at first or third.
Okay. We want to thank Grant Cook for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more of the Bullpen Show.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Welcome back to the Bullpen Show. Today, the Vikings will be taking on the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs in a Dunn-St. Croix Conference matchup. Now, on Thursday, the Dunn-St. Croix Conference had 3 conference games scheduled, including the Colfax Vikings defeating the Spring Valley Cardinals 6-1, while the Boyceville Bulldogs topped the Clear Lake Warriors 13-3, and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers faced the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, with the Hilltoppers coming away with the 14-1 victory. Then on Friday, there were 2 games involving Dunn-St. Croix Conference teams, with the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs being defeated by the Boyceville Bulldogs 8-0, and then in non-conference action, the Mondovi Buffaloes took on the Bloomer Blackhawks, with the Buffaloes winning 7-3. On Saturday, the conference saw 3 games, with the Vikings dropping a 13-6 decision to the Mondovi Buffaloes. It was the Durand, Arkansas Panthers topping the Glenwood City Hilltoppers 7-5, and the Clear Lake Warriors, they traveled to Spring Valley to face the Cardinals, with the Cardinals coming away with the 4-2 win. Now that left the Dunn-St. Croix Conference standings at the end of last week as follows. The 10-0 Durand, Arkansas Panthers are in first place, while the 10-1 Boyceville Bulldogs are just a half a game back in second place. The Mondovi Buffaloes at 10-2 are in third and are just a game out, while the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers are tied at 5.5 games back in fourth. And the Spring Valley Cardinals sit in sixth. In seventh place are the Colfax Vikings, while the Elmwood Plum City Wolves are in eighth. Ninth place belongs to the Clear Lake Warriors. Today, the Dunn-St. Croix Conference has a full slate of games scheduled. Those include the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs visiting the Colfax Vikings, while the Durand, Arkansas Panthers play host to the Boyceville Bulldogs. It will be the Mondovi Buffaloes traveling to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers, while the Elmwood Plum City Wolves welcome the Spring Valley Cardinals to Plum City. The Vikings are looking to hang on to a lead and set themselves up for the WIAA Regionals with a win today. So the stage is set for some exciting high school baseball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, I'll join our broadcast crew at Colfax High School as we bring you all the action of today's conference matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to The Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
You've been tuned to the Bullpen Show, where we've had an opportunity to get warmed up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking baseball.
When tech goes on the fritz and frustration kicks in, Sladen's technology where you trust he can. From nowhere to backups, we've got what you need. Call us up, we'll plant the seed. Sladen's on the way, your heroes in disguise. For businesses large and small, we're the ultimate prize. 715-864-2833, get the IT help you desire. Call 715-864-2833 today.
NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Colfax Viking Baseball.
Gather round, hear the sound of summer's heartbeat in the air. Colfax Vikings take the field with pride that we wear like a glare.
Follow the Vikings all season long as they battle their way through the Dunn-St Croix Conference.
Singles, doubles, triples, and home runs in flight. We're fighting for glory through the starry night. Colfax Vikings rise with heads
Now out to the
held
ballpark for Colfax Viking Baseball.
America's game, we live, we strive. As the sun sets low, we know our fate. With heart and pride, we'll always elevate.
And good afternoon and welcome to Colfax High School. It's senior day at Colfax High School. And in a few moments we're going to be recognizing the Viking seniors as we get ready for today's game. Rick Olson here with you along with Dan Petchow on the computer as he's all the way back from Wyoming. And he's been gone for about a week and boy, oh boy, he can't find his way around a computer for anything now. So it's going to be an adventure today. And we have Jocelyn Lemler on the camera. And we are getting ready for Viking introductions and senior day festivities. And we'll have that coming your way in just a moment as the Vikings are getting ready to take on the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. And the managers and umpires are meeting at home plate. And so let's run through the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the visiting Bulldogs, leading off at shortstop is Jude Poppy. Batting second, the left fielder, Theo Kowalski. Batting third, the center fielder, Aiden Becker. Batting fourth and pitching is Ethan Brown. Batting fifth and behind the plate is Aaron Olson. Batting sixth at first base is Chuck Clark. The designated hitter is batting seventh, that's Easton Hamilton. Batting eighth is the right fielder, Jackson Bessler. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Nolan Lance. The third baseman, Colton Halseth, is not batting, but he is playing third base. For the Vikings, leading off behind the plate is Rob Holman. Batting second is the shortstop, Caleb Bailey. Batting third on the mound is Orion Nichols. Batting fourth, playing center field, is Jimmy Hobein. Batting fifth and out in left field is Grant Palowitz. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Logan Hedela. Batting seventh over at third base is Chase Albright. Batting eighth at first base is Grant Cook. He was our Viking profile today. And batting ninth at second base is Ethan Schindler. Out in right field, but not batting today, is Grant Paulus. On the mound for the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs is Ethan Brown, and he has a record of 2 wins and 3 losses with a 2.26 earned run average in 34 innings pitched and 42 strikeouts. For the Vikings on the mound is Orion Nichols. He has a 1-1 record with an 8.88 earned run average in just 8 2/3 innings. But in that 8 2/3 innings, he does have 10 strikeouts. And of course, they're having some technical issues out there doing the speaker. So our very own Dan Petschow is going to introduce players, and so he's doing double duty. And we're going to turn it over to Dan right now.
Maybe a piece of grass.
We have 3 seniors tonight. When I call out your name, you guys run out to your position. Playing left field, number 8, Grant Palowitz. Playing right field, number 9, Grant Paulus.
Make some noise. Yeah, that's the Grant.
Play pitcher tonight, number 10, Ryan Nichols. And the rest of your Colfax Vikings.
And there's the Vikings getting introduced before today's game, at least the Viking seniors. And we'll run through those again real quickly. Out in left field is Grant Palowitz, and right field is Grant Paulus, and on the mound is Orion Nichols. Taking a look at the rest of the Vikings defensively, at third base is Chase Albright, at shortstop Caleb Bailey, Ethan Schindler is at second base, Grant Cook is at first, Rob Holman behind the plate, and again out in the outfield we have Palowitz, Jimmy Hobine, and Paulus going from left to right. Leading off for the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs is Jude Poppy. He comes into the game batting .235. Calling balls and strikes today, we have Dick Smith, and out there on the bases is Rick Prince. And Dan, you've been running around like a chicken with your head cut off today.
You give me 1 week off, and I got to do everything.
Yeah, Dick Smith, we see him quite often doing Cavalier games. So
one of these days I'm going to try that. Umping.
it's quite a challenge. Now, Dick Smith is always consistent. His consistency doesn't always match mine. In other words, we're not always seeing the same strike zone, but he is consistent with it. So it's, as we've said for years, Dan, it's a case of the players adjusting to the strike zone that they're given. That first pitch is high for ball one. And the pitch, that's high for ball two. Vikings played the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs up in Chetek earlier this year and dropped that one 6-5. There's a high pop foul out of play off the left side. Chase Albright was giving it chase.
Jason was chasing.
Yeah. Chase on the chase. The 2-1 pitch. Strike called at the knees. Counts even at 2-2. And the pitch. Pop up in the infield. Caleb Bailey coming in. He makes a catch. So one down. It's going to bring up Theo Kowalski. Comes into the game batting 184. There's a fly ball out into center field. Holbein coming in. It's going to fall right in front of him. And it's a base hit for Kowalski. Want to remind you that tonight's Colfax Viking baseball game is being brought to you by American Yard Restoration, Anderson Bridges, Cardinal Glass and Menominee, the Chippewa Valley Museum, the Colfax High Booster Club, the Concierge Home Decor and more, Dairy State Bank, Clucas Electric, Logslet Plumbing, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, SK Screen Printing and Embroidery, and the Viking Bowl. There's a pop foul out of play on the left side. So make sure you thank the fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking baseball on NLWN-TV. This is Aiden Becker at the plate. He's leading the Bulldogs in hitting, batting .438. That pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. I guess that would be a pocket full of aces, wouldn't it?
A
lot of ones.
I like that.
Ooh, just missed high. Just a little above the letters that time. And that pitch is outside for a ball. Throw it on to second, and not in time. So Kowalski steals second. It's another busy day here at the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex. In addition to the baseball game going on, there is a track meet over on the track, and the girls softball team is playing a game. And that pitch is high and away, and that's ball 4. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Ethan Brown. Brown comes into the game batting .324. 2 runners on. Just underway here at Colfax. And the pitch. There's a strike right at the belt. Nichols takes a look at second. And the pitch runner goes. Ground ball, foul down the first baseline. Nichols looks in for the sign. And the 0-2 pitch. That's down low for a ball. That one just kind of snuck through behind Holman a little bit. And a couple of balls get tossed in for Dick Smith. One and two's the count. Runner goes, and a foul ball back to the screen. So the count holds at 1-2. Kowalski over there at second sure wants to go to third. There's a fly ball out into center field. It's way back, and that's a 3-run home run.
Big shot.
Just to the left of the 350 mark. And that puts the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs on top 3-0.
Yeah, just sat on the fastball.
And he got every bit of it. It's going to bring up the catcher, Aaron Olson. Now, the Vikings have been giving up first-inning home runs. They've done that in 3 games, and they've won 2 of those games. So the odds are with them. There's a strike right below the letters. And the pitch, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Nichols fires. Strike 3 called to Aaron Olson. 2 down. It's going to bring up Chuck Clark, the first baseman. He comes into the game batting .214. And that pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. And there's a fly ball. Foul territory, but moving over, making the catch is Grant Cook. Over in the right side. And that'll do it for the Bulldogs, but they pick up 3 runs on 2 hits. Those runs are courtesy of Ethan Brown's 3-run home run. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We've played a half inning, and it's the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 3 and the Vikings coming to bat on NLWN-TV.
Dreaming of building a new home or cabin? Dairy State Bank construction loans are more flexible than most. If you're still looking for that perfect spot, we offer lot and land financing. Our mortgage lenders get to know you so they can recommend the best financing plan for you. Call, stop in, or visit our online mortgage center to explore options. Let's turn that dream into reality.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
And we're back here at Colfax High School with the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs on top, 3-0. Vikings finally get a chance at the plate. Leading off will be Rob Holman, then Caleb Bailey, and Orion Nichols. Taking a look at the Bulldogs defensively, behind the plate is Aaron Olson. Over at third base is Cotton Halseth. Jude Poppy is at short. Nolan Lands at second. And Chuck Clark is at first. Out in the outfield is Kowalski, Becker, and Bessler going from left to right. Rob Holman steps up, batting .310. And there's a strike about thigh high. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at one that was out of the zone down low. No balls, 2 strikes. Brown pulled the string on that one. It dropped out on him. That's high and away. That's the chase me pitch. That big fat ball coming in that's right about eye level. And there's a shot foul down the right field line. Count holds at 1-2. And the pitch. Line shot out into left center field. It's going to find the gap. Rounding first and heading towards second. He's going to slide in safely with a double.
Yeah, that's how you start the game. Find that gapper.
That's going to bring up Caleb Bailey. Comes into the game batting .200 even. And the first pitch is a called strike.
Yeah, it's a ball. He said high. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Okay, he said it was high. Just like that one. Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes. The wind and the pitch. And that's a strike. That time he said strike.
Right.
Counts even at 2-2. I was just getting ahead of myself, that's all. And the 2-2 to Bailey. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe it's strike 2.
And now it's strike 2.
Fouled off.
Yeah,
down the first
baseline. Are you sure I wasn't gone to Wyoming for a week? There's a high pop foul out of play. And off the roof of a car. You know, out in Wyoming, they have storms and they have hail damage to cars. Here we have baseball damage. And the pitch. And that got him. That is Bailey's hit by a pitch. So the Vikings have 2 runners on with nobody out. And that's the 3rd time he's been hit by the pitch this year. Orion Nichols comes to the plate, batting .320. That's high and away. You know, Dan, I'm glad you came back. You brought some nice baseball weather with you. It was not exactly warm, but it's comfortable today.
Yeah, it was really nice out there.
And not much wind. There's a high pop foul out of play. A ball and a strike. Brown comes into the game with that 2-3 record. And that's down low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Foul back into the screen. Counts all even now at 2-2. And the pitch. Strike called at the letters. That's going to bring up Jimmy Holbein, who's been a bit of a slump lately. He had a batting average up in the upper 300s and is now down to 270. He needs to break out of the slump right about now. There's a strike over the outside corner. Ethan Brown on the mound. That's almost poetic.
Yeah.
Pitch is inside for a ball. One ball and one strike. High pop-up foul off the screen in front of us. A ball and 2 strikes to Jimmy Holbein. 2 runners on for the Vikings. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Two down. 2 runners on. Grant Palowitz, one of the seniors recognized today, as was Orion Nichols. Palowitz batting .222.
Runner goes.
And there's a foul out of play. And the runners return back to the bases from whence they came. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Pulled the string on that one.
Palowitz was way out in front of that. You end up feeling foolish when you're that far out in front. Here's the pitch.
Runner goes. Nope.
And strike 3 called. So the Vikings get a little something going at the beginning of the half inning and then went 3 straight strikeouts. No runs, 1 hit, there were no errors, 2 were left on base. We've played 1, and it's the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 3, Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming home. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson Bridges, where dreams never die. Family owned, with a heart that's sincere. Building pathways to the future, year after year.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings trailing 3-0 as we head into the top of the second inning. Due up for the Bulldogs, Easton Hamilton, Jackson Bessler, and Nolan Lance.
Shout out to our viewer today in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Shauna. Thanks for watching.
And I think our ride is coming to get us, Dan.
It's our press.
Yeah. As a little red helicopter flies by. And there's a shot over to second out into right field. It got underneath the glove of Schindler. And Hamilton is on with a base hit. That's going to bring up Jackson Bessler. Bessler comes into the game batting .087. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Throw down to second and in safely. With the stolen base is Hamilton. One ball and one strike to Bessler. And a high pop-up in the field and coming in to get it. Oh, and off of his glove was Cook. Called Nichols off at the last second and then didn't make the catch. So it's a ball and two strikes. That pitch is high. Nichols delivers. There's a pop-up. Schindler underneath. He makes the catch. So with one down and a runner on second, we have Nolan Lance coming to the plate, the second baseman. He's batting .214. Pitch is outside for a ball. And that's a swing and a miss for strike two, or strike one. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. And that was outside for a ball. Two balls and a strike. As you're watching, drop us a line. Let us know where you're watching from. Pitch is high for ball three. We'd love to hear from you. And as Dan always reminds people, foul tip. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and that way your phone or your computer or your tablet or whatever you have will remind you when we're on the air with more baseball.
Yeah, we got lots of baseball coming up here.
And that pitch just missed high for ball four. So runners at first and second. Back to the top of the order brings up Jude Poppy, who popped out to short his first time up.
Whole summer of baseball.
A whole summer. And that's a strike called at the letters. In fact, we've got baseball for the whole first half of this week. We got more Viking baseball tomorrow and then Cavalier baseball Wednesday. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Throw down to third, and he's in safely.
Got good throw. He got underneath it, though.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a fly ball out into right field. Paulus giving chase. And that falls in. 1 run is in. 2 runs come in to score. And the throw at second. And in safely with the double is Jude Poppy.
It's a day of finding the gaps.
That's exactly what he did. That right center field gap drove in 2 runs. As Hamilton came in to score, Lance came in to score. Poppy is now on second with 1 out. Theo Kowalski singled and scored in the first inning. And that pitch is high and away.
Runner goes.
And the throw down to third. Not in time. So Poppy's now on third. 2 balls, no strikes to Kowalski. And bunt foul out of play. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now getting Poppy over to third with less than 2 outs is a big chance at getting him to score. There's a ground ball over to third. Bobbled by Albright. He does not have a play. It's going to go down as an error on Albright. He will get an RBI on that. And that makes it 6-0. Bulldogs on top. Pitch is low, throw down to second, not going to be in time. Aiden Baker at the plate. He walked his last time up. 1 ball, no strikes. And a line shot out into left field, right down the line, rounding third, and coming in to score is Kowalski, and Baker is in at second.
Yeah, solid hit ball there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he put that one right on the bean and just inside the left field foul line, and Ben Anderson is going to go out and have a talk with his pitcher. And we are going to have a pitching change. We'll get that all straightened out right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to bring you Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball. Our next game will be on Wednesday, May 13th, when the Cavaliers take on the Beef River Bullfrogs. Coverage on NLWN-TV begins with In the Dugout show at 6:30. That's Cavalier Baseball on Wednesday, May 13th on NLWN-TV.
Cavalier baseball, we're ready to fight!
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 6 So 8468267 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
And new pitcher for the Vikings is Ethan Schindler. And his first pitch, ground ball right up the middle to Bailey. Fire to first. It's in time. And the runner comes toward the plate, throw to the plate, and it's not going to be in time. So Becker comes in to score. And Brown is going to get an RBI on that. That run, by the way, is charged to Nichols. And the pitch is outside for a ball. And that's high. Numbers on for Nichols, he went 1 1/3 innings, gave up 7 runs, 6 of which were earned on 5 hits. Walked 2 and struck out 1. 3 balls, no strikes right now to Aaron Olson. Struck out his first time up. And that pitch missed. So base on balls being given up by Schindler. So runner on first, Chuck Clark, pop foul first time up, and there's a called strike. And the pitch. Throw down to second, and nicely backed up that time by Caleb Bailey. Throw was a little high. So Olsen steals second. Schindler only has an inning and a third pitched. He has a pretty high earned run average, but he doesn't have much of a chance. Pop foul off our roof. Here I was face to face with Rob Holman. Thump.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roof looks no worse for damage. A ball and 2 strikes to Chuck Clark. Schindler's pitch. There's a line shot out into right center field. That's going to roll all the way out to the fence. Run comes in. Clark, the ball got to second, but it got through. And you know what? We're going to give him a single, and he goes to second on the error. So a single to right and an error on the second baseman for letting that ball get through, because it was there in plenty of time to make the out. There's a strike called to Easton Hamilton. He started this thing going. By the way, Olsen came in and scored. And that pitch is outside. It's now 9-0. Bulldogs on top. There's a strike called. So a ball and 2 strikes. Schindler at the belt. And he steps off. And the pitch. That's a little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the pitch. Ground ball over to second. Cook bobbles it, throws to first, and he's safe at first. So that's going to be an error on Cook. And it moves Clark over to third, so there's runners on the corners. Jackson Bessler coming to the plate. Bessler popped to second his last time up. There's a strike called. Runner goes down to second. Six runs this inning for the Bulldogs. Schindler delivers. That's low for a ball. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. That one got away. And coming in to score is Clark on the wild pitch. Hamilton's over on third. 3 balls and a strike. Jackson Bessler at the plate. Schindler delivers. There's a strike at the belt. Count is full. 2 down. And the pitch. Fouled away at the plate. Count remains full. And the pitch. It's outside for ball 4. That's going to bring up Nolan Lance. He drew a walk his last time up. He's the 12th hitter this inning. That pitch is high, and the runner goes down to second. And the pitch. There's a strike called. Lance nodded his head like, yep, that was there.
A curveball.
And that one got Lance. So that loads the bases. That's going to bring up Jude Poppy, who earlier this inning hit a 2 RBI double. There's a strike at the letters. And the pitch. There's a pop foul out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down. And the pitch. There's a foul ball on the right side. Count holds at 0-2. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled at the plate. One ball and 2 strikes to Jude Poppy. He's 1 for 2. Popped to short and doubled to right. And strike 3 called. So, 7 runs on 4 hits. There were 3 Viking errors, and 3 were left on base. So we've played an inning and a half, and it's the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 10, Vikings 0 on NLWN-TV.
American Yard Restoration, now serving the Colfax area. American Yard Restoration specializes in landscaping services, snow removal and fence installation. Emergency services are available. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call for a free estimate. That's American Yard Restoration at 715-217-3031.
NLWN-TV is excited to bring you Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball. Our next game will be on Wednesday, May 13th when the Cavaliers take on the Beef River Bullfrogs. Coverage on NLWN-TV begins with In the Dugout show at 6:30. That's Cavalier Baseball on Wednesday, May 13th on NLWN-TV.
Cavalier baseball, we're ready to fight!
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings have a bit of a hole to dig their way out of. And due up for the Vikings. Oh, we have Grant Paulus coming in to hit.
One of our seniors.
And there's a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Here's the wind and the pitch. That missed. One ball and 1 strike now to Grant Paulus. That one's down in the dirt for ball 2. Chase Albright on deck. Chase that one. That foul ball. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Grant Paulus. And the pitch. That's outside. It's a full count. Paulus still looking for his first hit of the season. Doesn't have a whole lot of chances at the plate. That's foul tip right into the glove for strike 3. That's going to bring up Chase Albright. Albright comes into the game batting .179. The first pitch was eye high. That pitch is outside. Ethan Brown on the mound. He winds and fires. It's inside. 3 balls, no strikes to Chase Albright. Brown does have 4 strikeouts in a row. And the pitch, that's high for ball 4. So that ends a string of 4 in a row with 4 straight balls to Chase Albright. To the plate comes, well, it's not who Grant DeMoe coming to the plate. That's foul tip. DeMoe is batting for Cook. And he's batting .238. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Albright on first. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll bring up Ethan Schindler. Schindler came into the game batting .231. Throw over to first. Albright back in safely. And the pitch. That one missed.
Oh, was that time before the throw?
No, I think they might have called a balk. Because Albright's down on second and a check swing foul down the first baseline. Schindler waits for the pitch. Brown delivers. It's outside for a ball. A ball and a strike with 2 down. And the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch. Chopper down the third baseline. Picked up, throw to first, and it's not in time. That's an infield hit for Ethan Schindler. And it moves Albright over to third, so the Vikings have runners on the corners. And the pitch. Pitch is high and down to second. Goes Schindler. Rob Holman doubled his first time up. And the pitch. That's high and away. Brown's starting to struggle a little bit on the mound. Here's the wind in the pitch. Pop up, foul territory, and just out of play. Landed amongst the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser fans there. Two balls and a strike. Brown winds and fires. Strike two called on the inside corner. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. So for the Vikings, they get no runs on one hit. There were no errors. Two were left on base. And we've played two. And it's the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 10. Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum. Located in Eau Claire's Carson Park with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And I want to remind you that the three Chippewa Valley area museums are all teaming up together for a new exhibit. It's called The U.S. at 250. The Chippewa Area History Center in Chippewa Falls opened the exhibit last Friday, and they're covering the early history of the area up to the Civil War. Then the Chippewa Valley Museum in Eau Claire will continue the exhibit beginning on the 15th. With Civil War history through the early 20th century, and that's going to be followed by Menominee's Rosbeck Museum with mid-20th century through today. So check out the website at cvmuseum.com if you want more information on the U.S. at 250.
Shout out to our Wyoming viewers right now.
They're pretty loyal viewers out there in Wyoming.
Yeah. Gonna have to start signing
no wonder
autographs.
You went out there.
Gonna have to start signing autographs out there.
Yeah. Theo Kowalski, Aiden Becker, and Ethan Brown are due up for the Bulldogs.
Maybe we'll have to broadcast one out there.
Oh, you never know. Road trip.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss for strike one. Ethan Schindler still on the mound for the Vikings. And there's a high pop-up in the infield. Caleb Bailey coming in. Well, backs up and can't make the catch. That one seemed to fool him a little bit. That's going to go in the book as an E6. That's going to bring up Aiden Becker. And throw over to first. It's back in time. And the pitch. Strike call, throw it on to second. It's a little high, and sliding in is Kowalski. No balls and a strike to Aiden Becker. Becker doubled his last time up to left field. That pitch, I believe, missed for a ball. That was inside, ball two. 2 balls and a strike. There's a fly ball out in left field. Palowitz backs up. Makes the catch. Runner tags coming in towards third, and it's not in time. So, Kowalski moves over to third on the fly out by Becker. And brings up Ethan Brown. He homered a 3-run home run his first time up. Then he grounded to short. Drove in a run then, too. There's a chopper foul, rolls right back to Dan's feet.
I got to keep my feet back.
Good thing there's a fence in front of us.
Yeah.
And chopper foul on the other side this time. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Throw to first for the out. And the runner's not able to advance. Rob Holman did a nice job of looking him back to third before he made the throw to first. So Brown is out with a strikeout. But because the ball was dropped down into the dirt, they had to get the throw to first to complete the out. So with 2 down, brings up Aaron Olson. He struck out and drew a walk. And there's a strike right at the belt. Schindler appears to be finding his groove a little bit now. And that one's a little bit high. And the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Or Jimmy Holbein under it to make the catch. And no runs, 1 hit. There was 1 Viking error and 1 left on base. We've played 2.5, and it's the Bulldogs 10, Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Shocking as it may seem, electricity doesn't always do what you want. When that happens to you, call Clucas Electric. Clucas Electric can take care of anything from a bad light switch, remodels, new construction, or replacing the main service on your home. Plus, Clucas Electric is now the authorized service provider for Briggs & Stratton home generators. So, for all your electrical needs, call Clucas Electric at 715-651-5064. That's Clucas Electric in Colfax.
It is springtime at the Concierge Home Decor and More in Colfax. The Concierge is a small-town decor shop that specializes in home, farmhouse, wedding, nursery, and holiday decor. The Concierge at 225 Bremer Avenue is open from 11 to 5 on Wednesdays through Fridays and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Transform your house into a home with their selection of chic home decor pieces and thoughtful gifts for every occasion. Call the Concierge at 715-704-6008. That's the Concierge Home Decor and More in Colfax.
New construction in need of plumbing or older plumbing in need of repair, Logslet Plumbing is the one to call, just like these satisfied customers said.
They did all the plumbing in our new build from start to finish. They are dependable, honest, and easy to work with. They even give suggestions for products that are great quality but inexpensive. We put all our trust in Logslet Plumbing, and they did not disappoint.
A highly skilled plumber, I definitely recommend contacting Logslet Plumbing for any and all your plumbing needs.
So give Logslet Plumbing a call at 715-556-1673 and let Logslet Plumbing get your project flowing.
And we just checked with Dick Smith about the balk that was called in that last inning, and it was called by Rick Prince, and pitcher didn't come to a stop, and you have to, and he didn't, and so he awarded the balk. We have a substitution coming in out in right field, Brett Kramer. for the Bulldogs. And first pitch, thunks Caleb Bailey, second time today. What is it we say all the time there, Dan? If you're not going to hit the ball, let the ball hit you.
Yeah.
Well, Caleb's living by that one. It's going to bring up Ryan Nichols. Nichols struck out looking his first time up. That pitch is inside. And the pitch. That's outside.
We got a balk.
Oh, we got another balk.
Caleb Bailey go down to second.
And again, that's called by Rick Prince. Second balk being called on Brown. And I believe it's the same thing. He just didn't come to a pause in his motion.
Probably want to get that quick pitch in.
And that pitch is high and away for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Ryan Nichols. Caleb Bailey on second. And the pitch. There's a ground ball over to second, throw to first in time, moves Bailey over to third. That's going to bring up Jimmy Hobein. Hobein went down swinging his last time up. And that pitch got him. Third batter hit by the pitch by Brown. And the Vikings have runners on the corners. And up steps Grant Palowitz. Aaron Olson steps out in front of the plate and calls the defensive play for the Bulldogs. With runners on the corners. 1 out. Hobein takes off. Throw back to third, but back in time.
Didn't get far enough away.
A ball and no strikes to Palowitz. There's a strike right at the belt. One ball, one strike, 1 out. Brown winds and delivers. That one's down in the dirt. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch. That's inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. A hitter's pitch now for Palowitz. Here's the wind and the 3-1. Strike called. Grant Paulus on deck. And the pitch. And ball 4. Oh, called strike 3. That's kind of uncharacteristic by Dick Smith. He was pretty quiet with that one. Just stuck the fist up. So Grant Paulus is at the plate. He struck out his first time up. There's a pop foul out of play. Paulus steps in. And the pitch. There's a strike at the letters. Runners at second and third. And the pitch. Outside.
They got him.
Got him. So for the Vikings, no runs, no hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. So we've played 3, and it's the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 10, Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
New construction in need of plumbing or older plumbing in need of repair, Logslet Plumbing is the one to call, just like these satisfied customers said.
They did all the plumbing in our new build from start to finish. They are dependable, honest, and easy to work with. They even give suggestions for products that are great quality but inexpensive. We put all our trust in Logslet Plumbing, and they did not disappoint.
A highly skilled plumber, I definitely recommend contacting Logslet Plumbing for any and all your plumbing needs.
So give Logslet Plumbing a call at 715-556-1673 and let Logslet Plumbing get your project flowing.
Need a new look for your team, club, or organization? Check out the top quality work by SK Screen Printing and Embroidery in Colfax. SK Screen Printing and Embroidery can help with a wide variety of options, from shirts to sweatshirts and jackets to hats. Call SK Screen Printing and Embroidery at 715-533-1933 for all your group's apparel needs. That's SK Screen Printing and Embroidery in Colfax.
Hey, make sure you join us right here on NLWN-TV tomorrow when the Vikings travel to Legion Field in Plum City to take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. The bullpen show begins at 4:30. It's going to be followed by live play-by-play action. That's Viking baseball tomorrow from Plum City on NLWN-TV. Chuck Clark, Easton Hamilton, and Brett Kramer are up. And first pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1 to Chuck Clark. He fouled out to first base and then got a single to right. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Bounce got Dick Smith in the mask.
And Dick Smith's going to take a moment to walk it off, and
I think it got under his mask. Took like a bounce on the dirt.
Make sure everything's functioning the way it should. You know, umpires are like catchers. They just take a beating back there.
Maybe I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you were awful eager a couple innings ago. Schindler winds and delivers. There's a fly ball out towards right field. Holbein comes in and makes a catch. Easton Hamilton comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Singled to right his first time up and then got on an error at second.
First pitch is a ball. Second pitch is high. 2-0. Curveball just misses.
Have a defensive change for the Vikings. DeMoe is now behind the plate with Rob Holman out at second. And the pitch. There's a strike called. The get me over pitch. 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Pop foul toward the fence and out of play.
Good hustle by the third baseman for Colfax.
Chase Albright. Easton Hamilton at the plate. Pitch is down low for a ball. So Hamilton's been on base every time he stepped to the plate. And that should bring up Brett Kramer. Making his initial appearance in the game. A strike called. Throw it on to second and in safely. It's Hamilton.
Strike was called.
Yes. So no balls in a strike. And strike 2 called. Brett Kramer still looking for his first hit of the season. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So he'll still be looking for his first hit of the season. Nolan Lance comes to the plate. Does not have an official at bat yet. He walked and then was hit by the pitch. And that pitch missed outside. And the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Palowitz drifting back and he makes the catch. So, for the Bulldogs, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 3.5, and it's the Bulldogs 10, Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to once again bring you Colfax Viking baseball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, May 12th, when the Vikings take on the Elmwood Palm City Wolves from Legion Field in Palm City. Our coverage begins with the In the Dugout show beginning at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax Viking baseball on Tuesday, May 12th on NLWN-TV.
You too can help support Colfax School Athletics. Simply join us at the Colfax School Athletic Booster Club. The Booster Club is committed to create an environment that inspires student athletes, coaches, parents, and the community to come together and create a positive and spirited atmosphere. As a member, you'll have the opportunity to plan and participate in exciting club activities like next year's Viking Gala. The Colfax Booster Club meets on the second Wednesday of every month at the Viking Bowl. Come and check us out.
Back here at Colfax High School at the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex. Track meet going on just past left field. Girls softball going on just past right field. And we've got a baseball game going on here on the baseball field. And in that game, the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs have a 10-0 lead over the Vikings. As we head into the bottom of the 4th inning, due up for the Vikings, we have Chase Albright, Grant Cook, and Ethan Schindler. Actually, it won't be Grant Cook. It'll be Grant DeMoe. Chase Albright drew a walk his first time up. And there's a fly ball out in the right field. Coming over, making the catch is Bessler. So that'll bring up Grant DeMoe. Struck out his last time up. And there's a strike called at the knees. Here's the wind in the pitch. That's high for a ball. Wind and the pitch. Ground ball over towards short. It's through into left field. And a base hit for DeMoe. It's going to bring up Ethan Schindler. He singled his last time up. And a strike is called. Vikings have scattered a few hits, a few base runners, but just not able to string them together and make anything happen. There's a strike called.
Yeah, good curveball there.
No balls, 2 strikes to Ethan Schindler. And the pitch. That's down in the dirt, and heading down to second base is DeMoe. Goes to second on the pass ball. Brown at the belt, and he delivers. High pop up. Shortstop Poppy dropping back, and he makes the catch. Back to the top of the order for the Vikings. Rob Holman, he's 1 for 2. Doubled and struck out. A runner goes. Pitch was a called strike, and in safely at third with the stolen base is Grant DeMoe. No balls in the strike. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike 2.
We got 1-1.
I think the scoreboard's incorrect. I thought he called strike on that first pitch. And that's going to be a hit by the pitch for Rob Holman. He leads the team in that statistic. That's the 4th Viking hit by the pitch. And I think that's number 8 for Holman. So the Vikings have runners on the corners. Caleb Bailey, who's been hit twice by the pitch today. Pitch is outside. Throw back to the pitcher as Holman takes second. Runners at second and third now for the Vikings. Check swing high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's ball 3.
Just a little high.
Ryan Nichols at the play or on deck. And the pitch. There's a strike. That was the get me over pitch for Brown. As Bailey was taking all the way on that one. And the 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Again, right down the middle of the plate. Count is full. And the payoff pitch. Ground ball over towards short. Bobbled at short. Run comes in to score. And the Vikings are on the board. Grant DeMoe comes in to score. What? Interference was called on the runner from second going to third. And no run scores. So much for that idea. So, we've played 4, and it's 10-0. The Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs are leading the Vikings on NLWN-TV.
Bowling, America's pastime. From enjoying family fun to participating in a league, bowling is a central part of our culture. let Viking Bowl and Lounge help you introduce bowling to your family. They offer a full menu, as well as drinks and activities to please all ages. That's the Viking Bowl and Lounge on Main Street in Colfax. Call 715-962-3252.
Cardinal Glass in Menominee is leading the industry in the development of residential glass for windows and doors. At Cardinal, we try to maintain a clear vision, design, and fabricate the most advanced residential glass products in the industry. Whether it's with insulating glass, coated, laminated, tempered, or regular float glass, our goal is to turn fresh research and development ideas into useful products that regular homeowners can use. Cardinal Glass in Menominee makes sure it is all designed to provide the latest in applied glass science. That's Cardinal Glass, 2200 Stocky Parkway in Menominee, proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Back here at Colfax High School, and in looking at the scoring, we had that play originally scored as an error on the shortstop, but there would be no error on the shortstop if there was interference on the runner. And so for the Vikings, it was no runs, one hit. There were no errors, and it'd be two left on base. At the plate, we have Jude Poppy, and he hits a fly ball out towards right field, going back, and can't make the catch out near the fence. And Poppy checks in at second. He's going to go for three, and he dives in at third with a triple off the right field fence.
Yeah, it just hung up in the air, and Colfax couldn't make the play. There's a wind from left to right. It just kind of hung up there.
He got a little help from that wind that time. I think it carried a little further than Paulus was expecting. Theo Kowalski is at the plate. He's been on safely 3 times in a row, 2 of them via errors. And a single. And the first pitch was swung on a missed. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He's out in front of it. And the pitch. Fly ball out towards center field. Hobine underneath. He makes the catch.
You're going to tag.
And we have the runner coming in. And, DeMoe couldn't hang on to the ball. It goes in as a sacrifice fly for Kowalski. So 1 down. Brings up Aiden Becker. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Schindler looking in. He winds and he fires. And there's a strike called. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. Here's the wind in the pitch. Foul ball, liner over to the fence on the left side. 1-2. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 10-0. Boy, I'm very confused today. 10-0. Chetek-Weyerhaeuser. The ball got past DeMoe. It's now 2-2. And the pitch. Line shot just out beyond the reach of Albright and out into left field. Good solid base hit that time by Becker.
Yeah, one got left up in the zone.
It's going to bring up Ethan Brown. 1 for 3, but it was a big one. It was a 3-run home run in the top of the first inning. And there's a fly ball out towards left field, and it's foul. No balls and a strike. And actually, Dan, he wasn't fooled on that one either.
Yeah.
Schindler delivers. That
Runner
one's
goes.
high. Throw it on to second. Oh, and the ball got away. The ball was there. Becker gets the stolen base. One ball, one strike. One out. Ground ball under the glove of Albright at third. Runner rounds third, heading towards the plate. Throw to second, and chasing him back to first as the run comes in to score. Making it 12-0. Bulldogs on top. One out. Aaron Olson steps to the plate. 0 for 2. Ground ball out into center field. And Brown checks in at third. And Olson went over to second on the play at third, and we have time called by the Vikings. As Sawyer DeMoe is heading out to talk with the Vikings. Due up is Chuck Clark. And Dick Smith is heading out there to hurry things up. Hey, don't forget the Viking girls softball team's next game will be on Monday when the Vikings travel over to Clear Lake High School to take on the Clear Lake Warriors. First pitch in that game is at 5 o'clock. That's next Monday, Viking girls softball over in Clear Lake. Schindler winds and delivers. That one's in the dirt. Runner coming in, and he's going to score on the wild pitch. Makes it 13. Also went over to third on the wild pitch. And 1 ball, no strikes to Clark with 1 out. And the pitch, pop up, foul, out of play. One ball and 1 strike. And there's a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Chuck Clark. Fly ball, foul, right field. And it stays 1-2. Runner on third. And the pitch Ground ball over, got underneath, Albright got underneath Bailey, and run comes in to score. That's going to bring up Easton Hamilton. And there's a pop foul out of play. Off the school bus. And the pitch. That's inside. It gets past DeMoe, and down to second goes Clark. Goes in the book as a wild pitch. It was quite a bit inside. Swing and a miss for strike two. Ball and 2 strikes.
Chasing the high heat there.
Line shot out into center field for a good solid base hit. Clark holds up at third. That's going to bring up Brett Kramer. And we're going to get a pitching change. So we'll figure out what that's all about right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
NLWN-2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, June 8th, as the Blue Caps will take on the Rum River Rovers and the Afton Red Sox from Carson Park in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's Vintage Baseball, Monday, June 8th on NLWN-2.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say?
Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait, reach out.
Back here in Colfax. Up the bat right now is number 25.
There we go. Push the right buttons here. Brett Kramer at the plate. On the mound is Rob Holman for the Vikings. And the pitch. Strike called. Big curveball that time by Holman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away. And the pitch. That one's fisted out into right field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. 1 run's in. And the ball comes into third, and
just a little blooper over in the right field.
Yeah, he just hit it off his fists and sent it out there. It's what happens when you put the ball in play. Good things can happen.
Yeah, just stick the bat out there.
So Clark came in to score, and Hamilton is on third. At the plate is Nolan Lance. Oh, it's not Nolan Lance. It's Braden Olson. That's foul back. Runner goes, and it's fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes to Braden Olson. $15-0. Bulldogs on top. Here's the pitch. It's high for a ball. And there's a high pop foul, and it lands in play. I think DeMoe thought it was further out of play than it was, because there was a potential play.
Flip your mask off and look for it. Come on.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and again, foul back to the screen. At the belt is Holman, and now the pitch, and that one's fouled back to the screen.
That is kind of in front of it, but good enough to at least get the bat on it.
That's a sign of good hitting. Just find a way to put the bat on the ball sometimes. It allows you to stay alive till you get the one you like. Braden Olson at the plate. Swing and a miss. And he goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order as the Bulldogs have batted around. Jude Poppy tripled his last time up. He's doubled and tripled today. And there's a pop-up. Out of play. Landed just behind the bleachers. It's all right. We had one land on the top of us here, Dan.
Yeah.
That's first one this year.
Of course, I didn't bring my glove. Well, it's in the car.
Pitch is inside for a ball.
It's always in the car.
I was going to say, it's always just a little ways too far away from you. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. Two balls and a strike. And there's a pop foul out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. And that's down low, so the count is full. It'll be traveling time at first. As Kramer will be off on the pitch, and it's fouled back. 3-2 payoff pitch. Line shot out towards right field. Falls in and gets dropped. And 1 run comes in. And so Hamilton comes in to score. And we have runners at first and second. Second base is Kramer. First base is Poppy. Theo Kowalski at the plate, I think. And it is. And a fly ball out towards left field. Falls in fair. And a base hit by Kowalski out to left field. And coming in to score is Kramer. That's going to bring up Aiden Becker. And there's a strike called. 7-run inning. That's popped out of play. And that's high. Rob Holman on the mound. He delivers. And that got him. So Becker's hit by the pitch. That loads the bases. And Ethan Brown comes up. Brown homered in the first inning. Singled earlier this inning.
Foul tip there. Strike one.
That pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. That's high, ball 2. Holman trying to get the curveball to break, and it's not. It's just hanging up. And the pitch. Deep fly ball to left field, but Palowitz back there to make the catch. Boy, I thought we almost had a grand slam there. But instead, it's a fly out to left field. But 7 runs on 8 hits. And there was 1 Viking error. So we have played 4.5, and it's the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 17 and the Vikings 0 on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to once again bring you Colfax Viking baseball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, May 12th, when the Vikings take on the NLWN City Wolves from Legion Field in Palm City. Our coverage begins with the In the Dugout show beginning at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax Viking baseball on Tuesday, May 12th on NLWN-TV.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and in all likelihood, it's going to be the bottom of the last inning because the 10-run rule will take effect after 5 innings. And the Vikings are trailing 17-0, so barring some kind of a miracle, this game will end after this half inning. Due up for the Vikings, we have Orion Nichols, Jimmy Hobine, and Grant Palowitz. At least they're who's scheduled to come up. Still on the mound is Ethan Brown. Nichols 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded to second. And that pitch is low for a ball. And the pitch. Fly ball, pop up. Third base, or shortstop moving over, making the catch. That's Poppy. Jimmy Holbein comes to the plate. Struck out and was hit by the pitch. And that missed inside for a ball. And the pitch. That's inside for a ball. And the pitch. Ground ball over to short. Poppy with it. Throws it over to first and made the out. 2 down. Last chance here for the Vikings. Grant Palowitz is due up. Struck out looking twice. And there's a strike called. And the wind and the pitch. There's strike 2 called. Ethan Brown just rearing back and throwing fastballs now. And the 0-2 pitch. That's down in the dirt. Vikings down to their last strike. And the pitch. That's down low. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 3 called, and that's going to do it. For the Vikings, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And the final score in this one is the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 17, Vikings 0. And we'll have all the numbers for you on Viking Download right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Colfax Vikings roar, we'll rise up high. With every base we touch the sky. Singles, doubles, triples.
Thank you for joining us for today's Colfax Vikings baseball game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. This has been presented for the private listening and viewing use of the tune-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, LLC, and Colfax High School is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned! Coming up next is Viking Download, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
We'll always elevate.
Gerald the Fish. What about, like, Joaquin Bartholomew? Joaquin Bartholomew. Yeah. See ya. See ya. Joaquin Bartholomew. How do you think of that? I have no idea. Since we gave him that title, he should honestly be the king of the pond. King of the pond. Yeah. He's out there somewhere. For real. You want this one? Oh, yeah. Nice. All right.
Time now for Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. And the Vikings have fallen down on this one by a score of 17-0 to the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, 17 runs, 14 hits. They committed no errors. And the Vikings, no runs. They only had 3 hits, and they committed 5 errors. And that's the hard part about that, is the extra at-bats that you give a team when you commit errors, and they were able to make use of Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs were able to make use of that and score some runs. Winning pitcher in tonight's game was Ethan Brown. He went the distance. And the losing pitcher was Orion Nichols. And that moves his record to 1 win and 2 losses. So, hopefully we get a chance to have Coach Anderson come over. I think he's going to do a little bit of talking about his seniors. And we'll see if he's actually going to do that or not. Of course, he's got the speaker turned so that it's pointing the wrong way. And so they're gonna, oh, I see. Yes, they're taking the big banners down to give to the players. And as it is senior day, they are honoring Ryan Nichols and Grant Paulus and Grant Palowitz. I don't know, next season the Vikings are going to feel naked with not nearly as many Grants on the roster. And but I'll tell you what, we're going to take a little bit of a timeout and see if we can get Coach Anderson over here in a little bit. And we'll be back with Viking Download right after this on NLWN-TV.
Oh, right. Look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
And we are just about ready to have some activity out here on the field, as they're going to do some recognizing of the seniors.
All right, guys.
And let's pick that up.
Hey, out here. Who do I got first? Walk out as I get you. All right, first senior that we got, Orion, if you want to come out. All right, next senior we've got is Grant Paulus. And the last but not least is Grant Palowitz. Thank you, 3 seniors, for everything you guys have done. Not the way we wanted to go out with our last home game, but appreciate what you've done for us and for me.
That's Coach Anderson recognizing the 3 seniors on the Viking roster this season with Ryan Nichols, Grant Palowitz, and Grant Paulus. And now they're getting some pictures taken. And hopefully we can get Coach Anderson over here in just a moment to talk about this. But being senior day, he's probably a little bit preoccupied with that. and the rest of the Vikings are heading out, and I think they're going to get their usual post-game talking to. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to wrap things up here from Colfax High School. Want to remind you that be sure to join us on NLWN-TV when the Vikings travel to Legion Field tomorrow. That's in Plum City, and they're going to take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. The bullpen show begins at 4:30, followed by live play-by-play. The Viking girls softball team's next game will be on Monday when the Vikings travel to Clear Lake High School to take on the Warriors. First pitch in that one is at 5 o'clock. Also be sure to join us on NLWN-TV on Wednesday of this week as we bring you the Eau Claire Cavaliers as they try to get back on the winning track by hosting the Beef River Bullfrogs from Carson Park in Eau Claire. The In the Dugout show will begin at 6:30 p.m., followed by live play-by-play action. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Wednesday on NLWN-TV. Tonight's Colfax Viking baseball game has been brought to you by American Yard Restoration, Anderson Bridges, Cardinal Glass and Menominee, the Chippewa Valley Museum, the Colfax High School Booster Club, the Concierge Home Decor and more, Dairy State Bank, Clucas Electric, Logslet Plumbing, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, SK Screen Printing and Embroidery, and the Viking Bowl in Colfax. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Baseball on NLWN-TV. So for Dan Petchow on the computer and Jocelyn Lemler on the camera, I'm Rick Olson. That final score once again, the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 17, Vikings 0, and you've been tuned to Viking Download on NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.
Out high, hear the crowds roar. Colfax boys stepping up, ready to soar. Colfax Viking high, where the spirit ignites. Baseball dreams painted in red and white lights. Local boys in their caps, hustling for the thrill. America's game, oh what a beautiful chill. Yeah, swing it, toss it, here comes the pitch. Boys in the field gotta make that switch. Bringing pride to our streets, we're ready.